Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. Solo Rehan Hamadi here. All right, keeping it going with the week that was with the Premier League, the 2 match days. Manchester City winning 4-1 against Burnley, and then losing 2-1 to Manchester United at home. What's going on with Man City?
They're crap. What else do you want to say? They've lost it. I don't know I don't know what's going on. They're done. But I told you they're done 3 weeks ago. They're done. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
I know the team.
One sec, but I know Rahan was saying. Sorry, one sec. Rahan was saying against what about Aguero?
No.
He was talking about Aguero being a factor.
That's not a factor.
I don't care.
Look, Aguero's a superstar, man. Top striker. I mean, yeah, a little bit of a factor, but again, you're Man City. Who'd they lose to? United. Etihad.
They've lost to United. Lost to Norwich this season as well. Wolves.
You don't need Aguero to beat those teams. United, maybe I can make the argument, but
You shouldn't against United, bro.
even against United, they should have more quality, right?
Come on, man. Again, they were out 4.
I feel like Man City's a bit worn out right now.
I think I'll be right about that.
In terms of like mentally, it's tough to do, man. Like just to continue off last season, fight for the title again. I feel like right now their focus is Champions League, and I feel like it kind of looks like they've given into that. I think they've conceded the title.
Yeah, we thought they wouldn't be as invested in the Premier League, but we didn't think they'd be 14 points off at this time. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even half. Next week's not really. 2 or 3 weeks is the halfway point. We're not even there yet, and they're already done. Who would have predicted that? No one.
Yeah, who predicted Liverpool going this well though? That's ridiculous.
I think we thought they'd be going not as good as last year, but similar. I thought they'd be neck and neck. You can't say Liverpool wouldn't have gone good.
It'd be toe-to-toe, we thought. But
we thought it'd be toe-to-toe, 3-point gap, you know what I mean? Even when they versed up to that point, we thought, okay, if City can get a draw here, okay, Liverpool are in trouble. The lead's like doubled. It's crazy.
Yeah, for me, I think, defense plays a big part as well. You know, they didn't really replace Kompany when Kompany left. There was no real type of, all right, Laporte got injured. I understand that, but really, you have no backup there. Otamendi's your only backup, you know. And playing Fernandinho there is like trying to plug a hole. But I said this last week, yeah. CDMs, I feel like, are very underrated when it comes to football in general, right? It's that last man before your back four. It's very important who's there. So when you've taken Fernandinho out of that hole now to plug a hole in your centre back, and now Fernandinho's not there where he usually is, that's going to affect your team.
Yeah, but they got 2. They've got, what's his name?
Rodrigo's good.
Rodrigo.
But he's not Fernandinho.
Yeah, but so what, bro? They've got depth. They've got backups. They've got everything. Like, what's the excuse for City? Why are we giving them excuses?
I feel like every team knows that a CDM is important, except for Arsenal.
Yeah,
they haven't had one for like 10 years.
Yeah, I haven't had one since Vieira. Song. Sorry.
I used to love Song. He's a beast.
Hey, what about that season Coquelin had, remember?
Can we go back on
the top 10 games?
But what a season, bro.
Remember, Henri, the police. He's the police. He's the police.
Oh, that was a great season, bro.
I feel like Xhaka's the best.
We had Cazorla, Coquelin
back to City. Okay, back to City. Why are we giving them sympathy? Why are we giving them, the Fernandinho plug a hole? They've got money. They've got endless money. Like, it's unlimited.
So it's their own fault. It's stupid decisions.
We're talking about Kompany, bro. They didn't even play every game last season.
No, he didn't. He got injured for quite a few minutes.
No, but they went. He didn't even want to play him.
Brother, he scored the winning goal for me.
But Pep didn't even rate him. Pep didn't even rate him towards the end. And now we're saying he's a big loss.
I get that.
But no, Fernandinho, centre back, definitely is not the same. It's not the same.
No,
can't argue that. He's got no height. He's got no strength. You know, he's good. He's not a centre back.
No, that doesn't. I know what you're saying with the sympathy part, but you gotta feel.
I'm not feeling nothing for these blokes. I don't care. Sack these blokes. No, honestly, but like you've got unlimited money. Like clubs would die to have your budget, and they would spend it wisely. You're telling me they couldn't get a centre back? Like you don't have one in your academy as well?
3 left backs and 3
they
right
got
backs.
2 great right backs.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Just play 3 at the back. Who cares?
They have Joao Cancelo. Oh my God.
You know what? But this might be exposing Pep as well, to be honest.
You reckon?
He's not adapting well to this at all.
Is this the Guardiola glitch? Because Bayern Munich had it, right? After After a few seasons, everyone gets tired.
It was 3 or
everyone gets
4 as
worn
well.
out.
Yeah.
Barca didn't have it. Barca had great players, bro.
They kind of did
They?
to a little bit. Man,
He won the Champions League.
some
in his last
teams get
season.
sick of
But
winning.
didn't he lose 2012?
The title or the Champions League?
Champions League to Chelsea, that
He
shit
won
Chelsea
He
team.
won he won the title, the La Liga.
No, 2012 they lost Champions League, and they lost La Liga to
Real Madrid.
to Real Madrid. They
Was that
did.
2011?
Yeah, 2011, 2012 they lost both.
Oh.
So there was a glitch. Let's
Fair
not
enough, there
come
was a
on, brother.
Let's have a look. Anyways,
Remember.
what do you guys think about the?
No, but honestly, we used to talk about Pep saying, "Oh, this guy was only good because he had great players." Yeah,
Mm.
he used to have a great Barca team, a great Bayern team, whatever. We thought maybe City. I thought City as well. Remember the first season, it wasn't great, but then he won the 2 titles, and now he doesn't know how to adapt to English football. Like a lot of teams like have these injuries. He's been blessed the last couple of years with not many injuries, and if there was, he could plug a hole.
Yeah.
But he does not know how to adapt or reform the team. He's just like having a sook every week about. I back my players. I'm happy with a 4. He's happy with a 2 draw against Newcastle. Are you serious?
So do you reckon if this year Man City don't win the league, don't go well in Champions League, it's the end?
If Champions League goes bad,
I don't think it's the end. It's the let's pump in another 300 mil into the
400.
team and start again.
I think Guardiola has a lifetime position at Man City.
reckon?
I don't think they ever get rid of
But
him.
I think he would have had that at Barcelona.
No, but he left himself.
Yeah, he might, I'm saying in Man City he might leave.
No, that's right. So I'm saying if he leaves, it will be from him.
Yeah.
It won't be Man City saying
Definitely.
you got to go. It will be him. And usually he's got a 5-year thing at every club. So whether he stays, I think he's got 2 more years left, I'm sure. 2, maybe 1.5, I'm not sure. He was something like that left with Man City. So from what he said, look, I could stay for another 3 years, 2 years, whatever, and I'll reassess. But I think, personally, if he doesn't win anything, yeah, I think he'll stay.
I don't think he'll stay. If Klopp starts this dominance and they start winning, they win the title this year, Liverpool, and they start, starting again. They start, they reload and they go again. I don't think he wants to verse Klopp because he doesn't want to be exposed against Klopp. You know what I mean? Because it becomes a thing, Klopp versus Guardiola.
But I feel like Liverpool have their window isn't as big as people think as well.
No, it's not.
In terms of Salah, these guys have a couple of years. I feel like some clubs will be chasing Mane as well after the season. Real Madrid, possibly Barcelona, and they're gonna have to start again as well soon. So
I can see him going back to Barca. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Mane?
Pep.
Oh,
Pep. I can see him
Yeah.
going back. But like I said, it's like with Mourinho. Like when Mourinho beat him for the La Liga title, he had enough. Because he knew he had his number, so he kind of like checks out.
Yeah.
When in Bayern, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he lost or I don't know if he
There was
just.
just not the Champions League.
They just couldn't win the Champions
Couldn't
League.
win the Champions League.
And here, I think he doesn't want to be outdone by Klopp, like because it will become a thing. Who's a better coach, Klopp
Yeah.
or thing? And honestly, who do we think is a better coach, Klopp or Guardiola? You're not gonna say Klopp. Rahan's not gonna say Klopp.
As a coach, I think Guardiola.
Nah.
Come on.
no.
No way, no way, bro.
Klopp has
No
one
way, man.
Bundesliga title, and 1 Champions League title.
You think
Okay?
Guardiola could win with that Liverpool side? Would win that Champions League?
That's a different argument. Now,
But
yeah?
that's
I'm
the
saying
point.
as a
But that is the
coach
point. But that's a
and-
part
and
of
what he
the
brings to
argument.
the team, I think Guardiola is a better manager
Nah.
than Jurgen Klopp.
Nah.
You can make the argument both ways. I think there's no wrong answer, but I just think,
Nah,
given
but-
Guardiola's record, you can say he's had Messi and
Well,
he's
look,
had a great Bayern
my-
team and a great Messi.
My
team.
point is, if you swap the managers and you put them through this cycle again, this 3-year cycle, Klopp would smash him every. Klopp would win the Champions League. It's not even an argument there, honestly, in that sense.
Anyways, I think that's a topic for another.
I
video.
just feel like Guardiola has never challenged himself. You know what I mean? Goes to a really big club. He has all the money in the world, and he gets to do his thing. You know what I mean?
But it's like a lot of managers. Even Mourinho's the same.
Mourinho's the same. Yeah, Mourinho is the same.
But back when Barca had Guardiola, right? He had Messi, right? But how much money did he really pump into that team? I don't feel like he pumped that much money into
I
that
don't think
team.
he needed to, bro. Because
He didn't
He
need
had
to.
to,
He
right?
only had
They
Henry,
got David
Edo.
Villa. I remember that.
Yeah.
They had
Yaya
Villa.
Toure, only them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Puyol,
Yaya Toure,
PK.
he wasn't paid. He
Abidal.
wasn't paid.
Iniesta, Xavi.
Iniesta, Xavi.
Did they pay for them? That's my question.
Huh?
That's not. But he had great players.
He had great
guys.
players, but he didn't necessarily pump money into them.
Henri.
But you got to remember before Guardiola, right? Where was Barcelona? They weren't winning Champions Leagues.
No,
were a
they
good team.
won
They were a
06.
good team, but they were no Real Madrid.
They
at the
weren't.
time.
Yeah, they weren't as good. No, you're
So
right. They weren't as
he
good.
how about when he came to City?
He went on a great run.
When he came to City, he wasn't. City wasn't.
No,
as
he proved.
consistent.
No, he proved himself. I'm just talking about just in it, like you just take Klopp and
Versus
Guardiola
Klopp,
out,
you
and you
mean
see like
one-on-one.
you know what I mean. Who's a better coach? You'd say Klopp is a better coach, right?
Possibly, but you can
'Cause
argue the other way as well. Like, hey, how crap was Sterling first couple of seasons for City? He's transformed him.
He transformed it 100%. But I'm saying in this scenario, yeah, with players injured, we talk about Liverpool, yeah. We said, Fabinho's out, there's going to be a massive hole. It's not like he's still playing. You know what I mean?
But
Still
another
one
thing,
game.
has Klopp really managed big egos? I think you underestimate how hard it is to
Look,
coach
I think this
Messi.
is a great topic. It's a great debate.
You got what I
topic.
mean? Like
Yeah.
to coach the big. He hasn't really coached big egos.
It's
Salah, Mane, these guys don't have big.
But he does something as hard.
Firmino's like the most unselfish player I've ever seen.
But he does something as hard as managing big egos.
Yeah,
He's getting the
he
best
gets
out
them
of
all
bad
on board.
players.
He gets them all on board, right? But he's never had to manage those Cristiano Ronaldos where you take them off in the 70th minute and they're coming for your head in the media. He's never had that, right?
Hey, if he's made Henderson a decent player,
And Milner.
props. Yeah, props. Now Milner,
Milner's
was,
a solid
Milner was good.
veteran.
Come on,
mate.
man.
I think I'm better than Henderson.
That's my point. That is my point.
All right, moving on. Chelsea winning 2-1 against Aston Villa, and then losing against Everton. the
It was
big boys.
expected.
Duncan
Expected, yeah,
Ferguson's Everton.
Come on, man. It's Everton.
3-1 to Everton. I said that eventually Chelsea's going to start coming back down to earth. Fatigue will start
You did say
setting
that,
in.
yeah.
I don't know if this is the signs of it because it's only one game. But you guys thoughts? What do you think about this? The Chelsea 2-match test, Hamadi?
2-match test. I think Chelsea will be all right.
They'll be okay.
They'll get through it, man. I still see Chelsea finishing top 4. Don't think they'll have a big issue getting there.
Top 4.
Who's their competition? Arsenal? No. Tottenham?
Tottenham United, I think.
Tottenham United are the main threats. Arsenal, if they do something miraculous, even then, can't see it. I'm expecting Leicester to drop off, but I said that a few years ago. It never happened, so
The one.
I still think Chelsea, if they can maybe sign 1 or 2 players in the window, they'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I think, but that, since Lampard now has the option to buy players, it's more pressure on him now. Because now we're thinking, he can't buy many players. He's got what he's got and he's doing okay. But now that he has the option to buy all these players, and now if he doesn't perform, then pressure's on him. There's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, like I remember I told you, I thought he's done well with this squad.
Yes.
I thought he's given youth a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's able to manage the squad. Is he really going to get someone like we talked about just now, big ego? Do you reckon he's going to get someone of that stature to Chelsea at this point?
They reckon Sancho. They want Sancho, but more wingers. I don't know.
I don't know. Like again, he can spend, but I don't think I think it's just really just for depth. You know what I mean? Just for a bit of depth. Not someone not a star in the middle of the season that might disrupt them. You know what I mean? Disrupt their groove.
But I was talking to one of my friends who's a Chelsea fan. He was saying, I can't wait, Chelsea, shout out to Abdullah, by the way.
What's up, Abdullah?
He said, I can't wait, we can finally sign players. I said, but look, who are you going to sign? Like, who are you going to replace? Right now, the story is, the narrative is that Lampard has the perfect team. Everyone's young, everyone's playing for him, going hard out. Who are you going to replace in that team? Who do you bring in?
They need a left back.
They need, left back. He said
Yeah.
left back, and he's saying a winger as well. But again, who Pulisic sits out, Emerson's playing actually not bad. So where's the
Mason Mount's playing good.
That's right. You sign a striker, but
Abraham's playing alright.
Abraham's playing good.
Zach, relax. All right, is Pulisic going to take you to that next level?
But
No.
I'm saying to you that if you're gonna pull it apart and possibly risk it all falling
But
apart.
to win a title, they are going to have to pull it apart to
Yeah.
some
Oh,
extent.
of course,
right? You know what I
yeah.
mean? To improve, you do need to pull this team apart.
I'm with you, but then the bubble might burst of Lampard being this great
That's,
coach.
if Lampard
That's what
wants
I'm
to
saying, you're
improve,
risking.
that's the risk they have
But
to take.
what about for this year? We're saying for top 4. Do you reckon
This
they're gonna bring in a big
feel
name?
like-
I don't think so.
Probably not a big name, but definitely solid depth.
Solid. You got to get solid
Yeah.
depth. Yeah.
But end of the season, if they get top 4, then you got to be looking at the superstars. You want to get better. Chelsea is a club known to spend on the big players. they'll definitely be in for some big players at the end of the season.
You can't replace Kante. He's the
But-
best CDM going,
But
right?
that's what I'm saying. Why change something that's working? If it's working,
Is it working?
it
He
is.
lost to
Look-
Everton. I don't know.
but that's Everton.
That's different
going nuts and
circumstance, but as well.
fighting you, whatever. Abraham's a good striker, right? He needs time.
You need a
He'll
solid.
grow.
Yeah, you need a solid veteran that will help this squad. You know what I mean? It's a young squad at this time, just to get them through the season. Some solid veterans that can help them. They're not going to threaten the positions of these guys, so that there's like a bit of conflict. That's all they really need to solidify a top 4 spot right now.